Hi, everybody. Welcome back. Let's go ahead and get back in here. So, this is. I kind of walked into the middle of an area, and I think there's a quest because I looked it up. This guy, Flynn, and he's part of a long quest chain. So, first of all, I don't think I can take him without a long rest, and probably without being level 4. But, second of all, I don't want to miss like a quest opportunity. I think you're supposed to go over this road first instead of going up this. And certainly rather than going up this. So I think I'm just going to warp over to the goblin, as close as I can get to the goblin area. Which I guess is tea house. Yeah. Alright. Also, I threw an axe over here and I forgot to pick it up. Yeah, there it is.
Time to press ahead.
Okay, so you can keep the weapon, which is cool. Okay, so I can just have a couple of big weapons in my inventory and just keep tossing them.
Maybe I should stay crouched forever. Path lies before.
And I did double check the red caps. They are just straight evil, so there's, you know. I guess they're just neutral with you as a trap. So if you don't deal with them and you start fighting the Hag Witch up top, then, okay, we don't need to...
Let's march. Keeping low. Is that blood? Never mind.
It's probably so they don't attack you immediately if you see this, Oh, did I not check Demir? Or no, I just didn't take what he had. Okay.
Wish I had a bag of holding.
Now, I did check this scene out instead of going up here.
Edges. Shouldn't nature be beautiful and serene? It looks so nice in the upper city parts.
Upper City, huh? Swish. Never spent much time there myself.
I'll happily take you if we survive this bug's banquet.
Sounds...
Okay, this is what gives me the road to get. So I don't know what's going on here. Oh, goblins again. Okay, I think I'm just going to come in the way that I did originally, and we'll do some of the goblin stuff, and then we'll go back and maybe check out. Because I don't want to over-level the hag. I want it to be like an interesting thing. So we'll try to take her some point when we're level 4. But there is another, at least one, probably multiple really interesting fights concerning the goblins. Okay, I need to switch people out a little bit here, though.
Still alive, so that's progress.
Alright, let's get,
I need a quick word.
she's probably not going to like that we mess around with goblins.
Chuck, you believe you can survive without me? A practical choice.
Okay, let's see. I want to see what they're... So Karlak's moving up. Lae'zel is still kind of low. Starian's a little bit better, because I stood up for him. But I still feel like
Speak.
my best, like, vibe people
Chuck, you believe you can... As you said...
are going to
No
be...
one will ever believe this.
What can I do for you? Darling, I'm hurt. It sounds awful.
Let's move.
Alright, still gonna be just Shadowheart and Gale, I think.
I wasn't expecting it, but I'm glad to have some company on this journey. All right, some company wouldn't hurt on the road, especially if there's trouble.
Okay.
No one's stopping
And I
yet.
feel like Karlak will probably agree with some of my decisions. I don't know. Will definitely won't like being diplomatic with the goblins. I'm not sure how Karlak will feel, but Lae'zel will definitely know. Lae'zel probably won't like it. Astarion probably won't like it. He'll probably see it as a waste of time. So these are like the three that are
How can I help?
probably most likely.
With pleasure.
Okay.
No time to rest.
It's not showing me where they are, but Will, does he have all of his spells? Will does have all of his spells. I'm trying to remember what we have even. We've got Grease, which is underrated. A lot of people say that. I was reading online. He definitely has 4 Tashas alone is really useful. What are our level 2s? We have no level 2 spells. Okay. I believe they nerfed Mage Hand,
Alright, what now?
where it's only 10
Should mind
turns.
my step.
Okay. I don't think I had anything that was like upgrade for magical people. Unarmed attacks. That's got to be for like monks or something, right? I don't know. I mean, we could also use a soul coin on Karlak to fight Auntie Ethel. I've got something else here too, an item that we might be able to get that will probably be useful
Looking ahead.
if we play this out correctly. Okay. Well, that was a nice, interesting little extra way to go. This will make one fight a little easier. There's like a boss-like creature that we'll encounter.
My faith protects me.
Hopefully we'll be able to do this without the extra roll. Now, do I not have cutting words either? Oh, I do have cutting words. Okay. I had to say, I need to keep that for Auntie Ethel too.
And, well, you know.
And I think I'm gonna go for a feat that will help out with that.
Wonder if the god
Looks like this town.
Get over there! Surround them like! You spotted us! Good! It's like they say, no fun in skewing a pig what doesn't know he's cooked. And I didn't want to be stuck mopping up nosy trespassers like you. Ain't no one getting their way today.
As the symbol glows, power courses through you. Authority.
Oh, we have advantage because I'm a Lithid and he's been marked by the Absolute, so I don't even have to use friendship here. Early access, or this is the way that I went in early access. I didn't do witches or gnolls or any of that. And I didn't by default have advantage. I don't.
Suppose it's
Yeah,
best
see,
to
they
save
like
our
that.
strength for a real threat.
They like diplomacy and sneakery.
Just keep the nose clean.
Not sure if that's a word, but sneakiness and trickery.
Village is full of peace.
Oh, nice. Level up. Let's go.
These aren't exactly house proud as occupiers go.
Ah, glad you've a moment for me. My, predicament has become rather urgent. I need a magical artifact to consume. Right now. We've already found enough magic to soothe its disquiet. If you'll just give me what I need.
Damn, did I save? I can't remember. I should have saved before. I think I've got something I can give him. If I do a persuasion check, I'm not sure. So I have to give it from my person, not from my inventory. Okay, I think I'm going to have to persuasion check him. Because there are more that I think I have in the bank that I can give him.
Perhaps I'm not conveying the urgency of the situation. It's incredibly, world-shatteringly important you give me a suitable artifact. Please.
Might hurt me diplomatically. We've got 7, basically 8 guaranteed. I'm just gonna roll it.
Of course. I hate for you to think me impatient or ungrateful. I shall persevere. For now.
Okay, let's go to camp. We'll give him something. I forgot how long his thing is. Like, it's looking kind of rough.
Shouldn't have wished to live in more interesting times.
Okay, do I not? Okay, let's see what we can give him. That looks like a quest item. I don't even remember where I got that. So I can't give him arrows. I give him scrolls? Do not count. Sparkle Hand seems kind of bad. For me, I mean, maybe we come across a monk. I'm not really sure. You get charges. Attacks against metal construct. Okay, then you gain advantage. Seems so specific. Let's see what else we have.
At least things have stayed interesting.
If we have some jank little, like, +1, you know, weapon, and we've already got a lot of those weapons. Like this. Can Gale not absorb that? Guess that's not necessarily magical, it's just uncommon. Magical, I think, means it has some sort of ability. Is that so? Okay, so that's a single-handed axe. Yeah, resistant to cold damage. I mean, that is like okay, I guess, but not insane. Don't already have it. Spell Thieves seems kind of goofy because a lot of my casters can't wield two-handed longbows. Who would that even be good on? Only when you land a critical hit. You get one spell slot, once per short rest, if you land a critical hit with Spell Thief. 4 to 11 damage is pretty good on a bow, though, I think. Unequipped, but... Okay, that's for Paladins, which we don't have yet. This seems kind of worthless. Spear misses its target. Gains True Strike, which is, what, advantage? Next, so you miss one combat, and then next turn you get another miss, and it's a 0 to 7. Not amazing. It's a one-handed spear. It can be thrown. It is versatile. Okay, so that one's kind of bad too. I think the robe is where we're at right now. That's the least likely. It's just base armor and has resistance to cold, which I'm sure I'm going to fight something that's cold at some point. But that's like... seems extremely situational. So give it over to Lae'zel for now. This over to her. Oh my god, I'm encumbered. Okay. Sorry, we will get into some interesting situations here in this episode, for sure. Send to camp. Camp. I'm forever gonna use that fishing rod. Kind of glad they don't have a lot of just sit around and farm, because it doesn't make for great viewing. Not that this is a super, fast-paced playthrough anyways, but sitting around just farming fish is... like, if you're live streaming it and talking with chat or something, I could see it still, like, being okay, but... especially on these kind of pre-recorded deals, it seems like that'd be not great to have to sit there and farm. Okay. Alright, let's go hook Gale up. I do like Gale. I want to see if I can get through with all the companions as much as I can. I don't know if some of them are mutually exclusive or not, but I'm going to do the best I can. Hook my homies up. Disadvantage to Constitution saving throws. Okay. Let's hook him up.
I'll have to speak slowly. I'm finding it quite difficult to concentrate with my condition gnawing at my insides like a teething displacer kitten.
Displacer kitten's a pretty cool magical,
That is most gratifying to hear. May I? Thank you. That hit the spot. I can feel it work. The magic, it's like a lullaby that sings to sleep the demon inside. A metaphorical demon, I haste to point out, no less dangerous. And no less bound to wake up again to continue its ravages. Such is the nature of all monsters. so bad once you get used to it. And, on the plus side, my tower in Waterdeep has never been so free of clutter. Sincerely, though, I understand I ask a lot from you with few answers in return. But in time, all will be told.
Very expensive one. I mean, that could be true, but I'm sure there'll be lots of things I can just pickpocket, little bullshit things. Maybe I should have done more pickpocketing of smaller magical items because of that. I could pickpocket Auntie, maybe. She's got a couple of things. Some people are actually saying that I read about Auntie strategically, in early access at least, that she has some of the best stock of potions in the game, and people try to buy out all of her potions, and then every long rest she restocks. You can keep buying more and more potions. So they actually like to keep her around for a while, which is okay. It's a little gamey. I mean, what I'm doing now is a little gamey. Like, would I really try to fight her up front? Maybe. But I think RP-wise, leaving someone that evil alive for that long and just, like, buying stuff off of them, questionable. Questionable.
My lady, I bow to your boundless kindness.
Whoa, bro, you don't know my pronouns? It's just, I don't know. Okay.
I've got
Okay.
a long road ahead.
So let's level her. Let's do this leveling. Sorry, I would have done this. I had to get the XP somehow to level up, though. But I have, I think, studied, unless they changed it some, the feats. Okay, so Bard level up, class feature. You gain 1 level 2 spell slot, which is great. Gain a cantrip, okay. Change your cantrip by choosing... Oh, is that because of the difficulty level? Is that why it says -1? Because the enemy is supposed to have, like, a bonus to their saving rolls, so maybe that's expressed like this. To resist your spells. So maybe, I guess I have -4 spell DC? Maybe that's why it looks that way. That would explain why a lot of my spells seem to have like 50 or 60% chance to hit. Change your cantrip. Okay, always friends, man. That's so good. Do I know all of these spells? Now, this is actually extremely good in ways that I hadn't thought of before. It guarantees a critical hit. So, that means with these heavy hitters, like Lae'zel or Karlach, this is effectively... Now, I don't know if it guarantees, like, the hit, but if they do hit, it's going to double their damage, effectively, because it's guaranteeing a crit. And usually you have to roll a 20 to crit. So effectively, if I cast this, and they hit for 20, this spell basically also hits for 20. Which I think early on is good. You also, of course, have the added utility of... it may not necessarily break. So, if it doesn't break on a crit, the first time I hit them, if they fail the check, then I get another crit from the next person that hits them. Lae'zel or Karlach's second hit. So, that's, you know, potentially 40 damage on this. So, it's so versatile because it can hold people still, you know, kind of like Tasha, it can CC, but it can also do really big damage. And, you know, if I cast Hold as the last action in a turn, I don't know how I would want to sequence that, but I could CC him for a turn, and then they get the big burst next turn. Now, Tasha is only level 1 requirement, and it makes them prone, so it puts them on the ground, so even if I hit them and they wake up, I think they're still on the ground for that turn, which gives you advantage on melee. Just not necessarily as good as crit, but still really good. Unlock an object that is held shut by a mundane lock. Okay, it seems bad. See invisibility. Well, something like Fairy Fire also reveals them, I think. Now that can be good too. Concentration. So what I'm thinking here, now this could be particularly good against Ethel or some other casters. If they have like blink spells or something where they can try to dash away, which I'm not sure. I've heard that Ethel might have like slippery step or something to dash away. But if you have like Lae'zel, Karlach, you know, right up in their business, and you put a silence sphere on top of them, they're going to have to try to run out of there, and they're going to get opportunity attacked on the way out, potentially. So that could be quite good. Does that stop channel as well? I'm not sure. Okay, so it's a sphere, so they can run out of it. So that could be really good. Hold person could be really good. I think Gale already has that. Crown of Madness, as we've seen, can be good if you have multiple targets. That's like decent AoE damage. I kind of just want more utility from her. So I think it's either hold person. Now that's a humanoid though, so I don't think that works on Ethel. I'm not 100%. She's kind of humanoid, but she's kind of a fey demon thing too, so I'm not sure how she's classified, but Tech Thoughts is not strong enough. I think we have Crown. We have Tasha. Tasha is similar to this. Maybe it is Silent. So we're not going to use this all the time, but I feel like it's unique and we might use it sometimes. Attack rolls and saving throws. There's also no check on this, right? Yeah, there's no check. It's just straight up, it happens in that sphere. So that seems quite good. In the right circumstances, again, if you have them pinned. Which is pretty easy to do with Karlach and Lae'zel. And I don't know if it, again, I don't know if it breaks concentration. Okay, so I think it's really either silence or hold person. I'm gonna go with silence. I just spent 10 minutes saying why, Rory.
Why?
I think I want out. Okay, hang on, Rory.
Why? Tell me why.
The fear is pretty good. I think fear, they can't move, right? That's actually quite good too. Rory, honey. Still need speak with animals. Heroism feels kind of like it can be good, but I feel like I'm just not using it that often. Level 2 blind. That's a Constitution save, too. That's actually bad, so a lot of these creatures have really high Constitution. I think I might take that out and see what else we get here. Okay, so now I can do hold person, right? Yes. Constitution feels like a bad check. There are quite a few things that seem to have low wisdom. I don't know what looking at me means. Does that mean they can't run away? There's no check. I mean, I guess if you're trying to pickpocket or something, maybe. Sleep is level 1, 2. Fairy Fire is okay, but I feel like I don't... There's other ways I get advantage. I don't need to use that. Yeah. Let's just do this. Okay. Let's check these feats here. Okay, so ability improvement, you get 2 points. Basically, that's a 5% increase on charisma checks. I get like +1 with that, pretty much. So it's basically just charisma checks in dialogue, which with friendship, I mean, double dice roll, and I'm already getting like +7 or 8. I mean, it would help if there's like a 30 check or something, but, and it does help with my spells. It'd give me a 5% extra chance to hit, which definitely does matter, but I feel like there might be better options. Let's see. +1 charisma, which literally doesn't do anything unless I get +1 more from somewhere. Deception and performance checks. Okay, we don't usually use those. We do perception sometimes, but I'm pretty sure I already have a proficiency bonus there. Initiative and can't be surprised, no. Athlete, +1 dex or strength. When you're knocked over, less movement, no. Jump distance by 50% is pretty legit, but what is Charger? Deal more damage. Charge forward and slam your weapon into the first enemy in your way. Doesn't provoke opportunity attacks. Shove the first enemy in your way. Your chances depend on athletics. Doesn't say how much damage, though. And it takes... Oh, an action and a bonus action. No way. Crossbow attacks. Within melee range, we don't have disadvantage. I mean, that's okay, but with Astarion, like, we can still do okay damage in melee if we just use our swords. He's really the only one that's putting down significant crossbow damage. Oops. What did I just do? Plugging in a mouse here. And then the other one is piercing shot and gaping wound lasts for twice as long, which is good, but again, that checks Constitution, and they seem to... That very rarely seems to hit. Okay, dual wielder... 2 weapon fighting, even if your weapons aren't light, and you gain +1, but you can't do it with heavy weapons. So, you know, if you could do this with, like, great weapons, yes, but no. Resistance to damage dealt by traps, checks, no. Durable, Constitution, extra healing, no. Elemental Adept, and resistance to things. This is the big one, I think, that's going to be the game changer for Lae'zel and Karlach, that's just really going to explode their power from here till maybe a little bit later if casters catch up. When you land a critical hit or kill a target with a melee weapon, you can make another melee weapon attack as a bonus action this turn. So with Lae'zel, guess what? If I do hold person, if it's a person, land that crit, it's going to trigger this automatically, and then I get an additional swing after that. If it didn't break the original crit, then I probably crit again with the bonus action. Now, I'm assuming you still only get one bonus action per turn, unless you're Astarion. So Karlach already has a bonus swing. Bye-bye. Love you. Oh, mommy's doing a funny walk. And on top of that, you deal 10 extra damage with a -5 attack roll. But if you have advantage on it, something like Karlach, you're probably still going to have, whatever, 70% chance to hit. So you're going to do like 50% more damage. So yeah, I think that's good. Obviously not on her, but I think it's good overall. Armor proficiency with light armor. Okay, and +1, that's garbage. Lucky. Now this is one that I think could be good. You gain 3 luck points, and I believe they come back on a long rest. Okay. Gain advantage on, or force an enemy to redo their roll. So I can gain advantage on attack rolls, ability checks, or saving throws. Or to make the enemy re-roll. Okay, it's just attack, not like spell hits or whatever. But still, I can basically almost force them to miss an attack, which can be really big against some bosses. And I can pretty much guarantee that I'm going to hit on something like a Tasha, you know? Or like a really, really important piece of CC. So I think that Lucky could potentially be really good. Because this is like concentrated, I get this exactly when I need it, clutch, CC hit, or clutch, make the enemy miss. Now I think it's just, it says reroll their attack rolls. Now I don't know if that's just against you though. So I don't know if I assume it's probably just against you. But, I mean, even if it's just ability check, just making sure that I'm going to land that CC or that debuff or whatever at the right moment. I think that's really good. So I'm kind of leaning towards luck. Mage Slayer, situational, you're really good against casters. More likely to break concentration. These seem kind of bad. You can get a couple of spells, like level 1 spells from other schools. We're kind of just a Tasha bot. We've got a couple other spells that are okay, but 2 maneuvers, but you only get 1 superiority die, just like Lae'zel, and you can do different combat things. So maybe, but movement speed increases and difficult terrain doesn't slow you down when you dash. You can also just jump past stuff like that, though. Okay, so you can attack, hit and run, moderately armored, proficiency, garbage, performer, your charisma by 1, polearm master, use a bonus action to attack with the butt of your weapon. Oh, when someone comes up close, you can make an opportunity attack. That's actually not bad. If later on we get I don't know if we can do 2-handed polearms. But I don't know if they would count as great weapons either. Melee attack weapon. You can make another melee weapon. Okay. So, if I had a heavy 2-handed polearm with great weapon master and polearm master, that would be pretty good. So if I run up close to a target, I don't know if I can close the gap and get an opportunity attack, or if they run up to me and I get an opportunity attack. Either way, extra attacks are obviously super strong. Glaive, halberd, quarterstaff, or spear. Bonus action attack with the butt seems kind of garbage, but it's better than nothing. Like, Lae'zel doesn't have an extra bonus action that does damage right now. Seems bad. Ritual caster. 2 ritual spells of your choice. What are these? Don't cost a spell slot when outside of combat. Well, what are they? Wish it would tell me what they are. If I hover it, does it say? You kidding? That's it? No. Roll your damage twice. That's obviously extremely good. So you're basically going to do like 50% more damage-ish. That or a great weapon would be good. Sentinel. When an enemy within melee range attacks an ally, you can use your reaction to make a weapon attack against that enemy. Okay, so if you're like right on top of Lae'zel or Karlach or whatever, you gain advantage on opportunity attacks. When you hit a creature with an opportunity attack, it can no longer move for the rest of the turn. So if it tries to run out of your grasp and you hit him, then that could be good. Sharpshooter. Okay. So if you're shooting up, you can still hit people well. Range weapons. -5, but deal 10 more damage. Pretty good. It's kind of like Great Weapon Master. Maybe for Astarion. Gain a +2 dexterity saving throws while you have a shield. If a spell forces me to make a dex throw, then we get a little bit of bonus. 3 proficiencies. I think I've got proficiency in most things that I want. Cantrip. Critical hits reduced by 1 on spells. Not great. Tavern Brawler. You make an unarmed attack, use an improvised weapon, or throw something. Your strength modifier is added twice. Damage and attack rolls. Okay. So great, but not amazing. Hit points increase by 2 for every level, so 8 extra hit points. Warcaster. You can use Shocking Grasp. If someone tries to run, you gain better concentration. You gain proficiency with extra weapons. Okay, so with her, I think it's lucky. Yeah. I think I can pay 100 gold and re-roll this if I want to. Okay. Gain an extra advantage on your next ability check. Okay. And you can see if you're going to miss it or not. I'm pretty sure. You can use that luck to get an extra roll. That's how it was described to me on the wiki. Okay, so we're going to do luck. We're keeping this. We're bringing in silence. We're switching out that other spell. Okay. Now, I should have saved before I did all this, too. But... oh my god, this is going to be like an hour of characterization and stuff. I'll see if I can release an additional episode too. But maybe at the same time as this one. Barbarian level 4. 41 health, that's nice. She gets so much benefit out of health because when she rages, she gets the 50% damage reduction. I think, like I said before, I feel like it's just great weapon. Especially because she already gets advantage. Or if you kill a target with a melee weapon, you get another attack. I forgot to mention that. So not only crit, but if you actually land a killing blow on a target, then you can, if you have enough movement, you can run over and hit somebody else too. So great at just like chain killing small targets. I think it doesn't say this can only happen once per turn. It probably can only happen once per turn, right? Or you could just boom, 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 you know, just like chain kill, you know, 5 small enemies in the same turn. Yeah, I feel like that's just nuts. Resistance against fire is probably legit too. She really is MVP, man. I feel like the Barbarian's really damn good. I feel like I need a talker, but maybe you could do a playthrough where you just have Will do the talking for you. He's the only charisma person. The other charisma people are Sorcerer and Paladin, I believe. Paladin, I was looking at that. Could be an interesting playthrough, too. I don't know. The Bard has been okay. Like, I think the charisma checks are really big so far. And, like, these biting words, if I use them a little bit better, and, like, these lucky charges, could be cool. I mean, Tasha's is massive, as we've seen. Okay, that with great weapon.
I'm ready. Whatever it takes.
Does she not have a weapon equipped? Oh, I've got like a... I thought I had like a little sword or something. 31 class feature, level 2 spell slot, cantrip, feats. Okay. New cantrip. What do we want? Advantage on intimidation and performance checks. I mean, she's not going to have to do that too much, though. See, now hers says 11 on spell DC and then +3. So is it just me as a character? I have -1, -1? It's not my whole party? Or is that just a bug? It seems odd. Because my charisma is definitely 16. So I should have the same thing. Because she's 17 on hers. For spells. So that's a little weird. Do anything? Who cares? 1 to 8? So I can throw this for 1 to 8 fire damage. Nine meters and deals 1 to 8 damage when thrown. Throwing the flame immediately after you conjure it does not cost an action. Extinguishing or throwing it on subsequent turns costs an action. So basically I can throw this for a free 1 to 8 fire damage. I mean, that's not bad. Can I throw it on the ground? Does it do AoE? I mean, 1 to 8's probably still better than this. I don't know what the save is for that. Thaumaturgy is worthless, though, like, because she's not the one who's doing the talking. Usually. So I guess just that. And then she gets all the spells, so I don't think I have to do any extra prep work. Oh, she has silence also. So she knows all the spells. Guiding Bolt's quite good for level 1. Heavy hit plus advantage. Healing Word is kind of janky. Cure Wounds seems questionable. Blindness is okay. She has Bless, right? Yeah. That might actually be very good if I'm going for like the... Well, if she's in my party, I'm never going triple offense, right? Because I've got to have the Bard in her. So it would be Lae'zel and Karlach. But still, giving them an extra +1 d4 on their hits, because they're going to lose a little bit here. Lae'zel's going to have it, or Karlach's going to have advantage too, so that +1 is good. I mean, what else am I concentrating on? Hold person, maybe. Oh, I've got Bless up there. Okay. Maybe this, if I use this. Actually, that's not even concentrate. That's that's really good. I should definitely put that on Lae'zel if I'm doing these. Really? That doesn't require concentrate? That is so freaking nuts. Only outside of combat. That'd be quite good in combat. Okay, I guess all this is fine. Against certain enemies, that could be good. But I can switch these out whenever, so it's not a huge deal. Okay, feet. 2 wisdom. I'm not casting a ton against enemies. Some. There are quite a few wisdom checks, like just walking around in the game. So ability might be okay. Alert's obviously bad. We could do luck again. What are critical spell? Like hold person is really important to land. A lot of these just target myself though. She doesn't have a lot of debuffs that would hit the enemy. Bane is a charisma save. So is Lucky worth it? Now she could frontline maybe. She's got a shield. She can have fairly heavy armor. Not like literal heavy armor, but a high armor class. She already has the one reaction that gives disadvantage. Advantage on attack rolls, ability checks, or saving throws. That's my saving throw, right? So if they're trying to hit me with a crazy spell, I could use this to get an advantage and not get CC'd or whatever. Not get one tapped. So yeah, that could be pretty good. Maybe it's just lucky. Not Savage Attacker, not Sentinel, Sharpshooter, Shield Master seems questionable. Okay, so I think it's just either ability improvement, but again, I don't need it to hit enemies that often with most things. We've got Hold Person, but Luck can also do that. It does help marginally with passive checks, but I think we're just going Lucky. Okay, Gale. Okay. Gain a cantrip. Spell save 9. Blade Ward, maybe. I mean, Friends is obviously good, but he's not talking. That's super close by, and it's a Constitution save, which is bad. Does that have no save? Or is it just a... That's only your personal attack roll. So that's kind of garbage. Minor Illusion, maybe. Acid Splash. That is AoE. And fairly long range. It is a dex save. Usually enemies have pretty high dex. The weakest stats that I see on most enemies are Charisma and Wisdom. Because they don't do very much in combat. That seems maybe okay. So it looks like it's either Bone Chills, single target. It does prevent the target from healing. That could be very good in some situations. Or this is like very minor AoE damage. I think this just for the utility. Disadvantage on undead is okay, but stopping healing, and it looks like it doesn't have a save. So if I just need a guaranteed like 2 damage to kill something, it probably does have a save. It's probably just not telling me what it is. How close is it? 18. Okay, let's do it. Prepare spells. Oh, we get 2 more. There we go. Weapon damage and strength. What does this mean? What level is that? It's level 2. I mean, he does have quite a few level 2 spots, but... Make a creature larger or smaller to affect their weapon damage and strength checks. So it's not their chance to hit. An action is successful. And saving throws. I mean, I would like to go big. Now, does that mean if I make Lae'zel or Karlach big that they can pick up bigger things and throw them? I guess that's a strength check. So if I could grab a big-ass monster and throw it in a pit with that, that could be pretty huge. I just don't know what that does, but I'm intrigued. Okay, Flaming Sphere damages nearby enemies and objects, so it does not hit my own people, it sounds like. You can move the sphere. Concentration does 2 to 12 per turn. What's the area on it? I think I've had this cast on me before in the pre-game or whatever. It's pretty good. That's nice AoE. They still take half damage. I kind of like that. And it sticks around. I think it has HP and you can move it, kind of like a great weapon. So this would be great for clearing out just hordes of small things, which may or may not be coming up with a certain boss that I won't mention. So that could actually be quite nice. Not that I would use him in a boss fight, I think. I might. Magical weapon, we've seen that. Knock. Visibility. Invisibility is quite good. Attacks against it have disadvantage. When you fail stealth checks on attacking, casting spells, or interacting with items. So that... would that help with stealing? Not sure. Pushes creatures back. Forces them off balance. Okay. That's pretty nice. Now, I don't know if that can all hit the same target or not. Looks like it's a... is that a guaranteed hit? That'd be crazy if it was. See invisibility. Thick flammable webbing slows the creatures within. Possibly in webs them. This can hit my own people though. So that's kind of like Grease. But Grease knocks them prone, I feel like, which is better. That only affects you. Blur, which is okay. Burning Hands can be good. It's only level 1. It's short range. They haven't used it too much yet. Magic Missile. 3 small hits. Okay. I feel like we've already got Hold Person on some other people. I feel like Scorching Ray and Flaming Sphere are what I want. Oh, that's a level 1 spell. It only blinds him for 1 turn. And it only is up to 33. Because I'm playing on a high difficulty, everything's going to have more than 33 hit points right now. So I feel like that's no good. This is close range, and it's a lot less damage than Scorching Ray. So yeah, I guess just Flaming Sphere and Scorching Ray. If these can all hit the same target, that would be good. Could do acid damage. The fact these are level 2 is a little iffy. Feet. Lucky, I guess. I like Spell Sniper. Just doesn't seem as good. Warcaster. He does have low constitution, so that would help him on concentration stuff, but we're not going to be a melee. Could get a couple more spells. I mean, realistically, he's going to be a Tasha bot and then just occasionally cast other stuff. So I feel like it's lucky. Make sure I hit that Tasha when I need it. we are at time. I guess I'll release this episode. It's like a no action, you know, kind of episode. I'll release another one on the same day. I still have to level everyone else up, but I'm pretty sure I know what I want to level the other ones. Well, now I have to decide, do we go, like, fight the... I'll think about it off stream if we want to go try to take the hag right now. I think we press forward and see how much more we can do in the goblin area. Without having to do that long rest.
Full desire.
Now that was weird because he just like seemingly randomly needed an item there. Maybe it's because we hit level 4, but I thought it was so many days rest you had to have it. But maybe it's every level or something he needs it. That'd probably be a little more balanced because some builds you just have to rest more than others. Right, like if you use Lae'zel and Karlach a lot, you may not need to rest. Okay, let me check their reactions. Yeah, you need to ask for cutting words, and then ask on these. One D4 penalty to attack roll, ability check, or damage dealt. Yeah, that's huge. So again, you want to use it on ability checks. So we've got a build here. It's like virtually, it's gonna make damn sure we're landing those Tashas. I think that's the biggest thing. Okay, so we want to ask with that. Pretty much always want to opportunity attack. Missile snaring. I forgot she even has that because that item, that seems so good. Warding flare, disadvantage on attacker, making them miss. And then lucky is ask always. Lucky ask. Okay. Okay, so we'll save, and then again, I think we'll just see how much we can get done with the goblin stuff, and then we'll go back to the hag, just so we're kind of maximizing our things here. Gale still has a lot of spells. I mean, really, we could be rotating in and out and using everybody. We're almost doing that. So, like, we could be bringing in Will and, like, Gale and some of these other people for some of these fights. Just so that we're, like, using them. Using all of their spells. To, like, maximize our power per long rest. Because, obviously, if Will is sitting there not doing anything every fight, or, like, ever, then we're just not leveraging his cooldowns. His health bar, his spells, all that stuff. And he does have Tasha. He can use Tasha twice. So especially once some of my other people get
Wits and blades,
like out of spells like her, she's almost out. She's got 1 level 2 left because we just leveled up. Then I could bring him in. So anyways, okay. Well, that's going to be it. Thank you very much. Sorry, this was a kind of a weird episode, but we will definitely have some more action next episode for you. So, thank you very much. Have a good day, and we'll see you everybody next time.